Hello, friends, and welcome back to Ghouls Night In, the spooky chat show with your best ghoul friends. I'm Penny Snark.
And I'm Midge Munster.
And today, Midge, I wanted to talk about something fun. Just a cool... I must insist, Midge.
I leave. I hang up the call.
I mean, don't worry, it's still dark, but it's fun.
Fun? Here?
Fun on this podcast?
Never. Tell us about the dead bodies on Everest again.
Truly. Well, there are going to be dead bodies in this.
It's that kind of fun.
Well,
I'm in.
But it's, so they're fictional dead bodies. I want to talk to you today about a film that is always described as a dark comedy, but I think it's more than fair to say it's a horror comedy. It is a favorite of the gays. It's Death Becomes Her.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, see, I told you it was going to be fun, but also dead.
Never at any point was I prepared for... I was trying to, follow your thread there of, okay,
yeah.
Horror comedy, okay.
Putting
gays.
Up the... You're like the, the formula, the math floating
literally
by your head.
That
It's like, what?
floating by my eyes, yeah.
What? So I have decided that Death Becomes Her is my new birthday association because this movie came out on my birthday, July 31st.
Oh, hell yeah.
And which I had previously shared with someone who's not fun. So she is no longer part of this. Now it is my Death Becomes Her themed birthday.
Hell yeah.
It did come out in 1992, which was not my birth year. I was already here, but...
I had already arrived.
I had already arrived, but it actually opened against Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie.
Oh, wild.
Both
wow,
opened...
a real Penny day.
Right, truly.
I mean, not the movie, but
but yes, on
generally.
brand. Yes, so it does trounce Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the film, in opening, thanks to its star power. What is your association with this film, Midge? Are you a fan? When did you first watch it?
Big fan. Didn't see it till later in life.
Mm-hmm.
Saw it maybe 5 years ago, I want to say.
All right, yeah.
I believe this was one that Richie showed to me, so it was it was a gay cult initiation.
There you go.
But yeah, I love this movie. It's pure camp. Great actors all around. Just a solid classic. It's definitely become a one I put on in the background when I just want something enjoyable and comforting that isn't gonna disrupt my mood or day kind of thing.
Yes, for sure. Like Midge said, this was a movie with a huge star-studded lineup. Meryl Streep, Goldie Hawn, and Bruce Willis playing very much against type in this film.
Very much, yeah.
Really great lineup, but it did, as we can guess, with a lot of films with this kind of cult classic status, got very mixed reviews at its time. But we're going to get into it. So I am going to say we are going to talk about spoilers today because you kind of have to. But this is not really different from anyone who saw this on opening day in the 90s, because I did watch the original trailer, and it's one of those trailers that shows you every good scene from the movie.
Sure.
They left absolutely nothing out of this trailer. No.
Yeah.
And even the movie poster, the DVD cover is kind of a spoiler too.
Yeah, oh, totally.
So whatever, the spoilers are not important. I saw this for the first time with my family when I was probably in middle or high school. We definitely checked this VHS out from the library.
Hell yeah.
And I enjoyed it as a younger person, but definitely did not come to fully appreciate it until later in life. And I'm just gonna throw out there the one thing that's not great about this movie is it's in the 90s. There's a fat suit. It's gross. Not cool.
Say, yeah. Yeah, some classic 90s fat phobia.
Yep. So we'll just put that disclaimer out there. If you have not seen the movie, just be aware that comes up. But I just kind of redact that from my brain and go forward.
It's fairly short-lived in the scheme of the film.
All the good stuff happens after
that,
like, she comes back. So like you
Totally.
could even just fast forward through that part.
Yeah,
Like,
started
that's fine.
at 13 minutes.
Right, exactly. So for anyone who is not familiar, this film is a story about two women, Madeline, played by Meryl Streep, and Helen, played by Goldie Hawn, who have this like lifelong frenemy relationship. Madeline is always coming out on top, even steals Helen's fiance Ernest, played by Bruce Willis, for herself. But after 10 years, Helen makes a triumphant return, more glamorous than ever, and intent to take back everything Madeline took from her. And Madeline's driven to desperation to try to save her fading youth and stardom by taking a magic potion from Isabella Rossellini, who is only wearing a necklace as a top.
From the slayest scene in all of movie history.
Truly. I do have Gay Awakening, hello, written here. That is definitely...
I also quote this scene... I say now a warning more than I probably say any other movie quote.
There's so many quotable moments from this movie. It is so good. So she is warned by this enchanting, mysterious lady to be careful with her body. But wouldn't you know, she goes and gets herself pushed down the stairs and discovers immediately, just no breaks, and immediately discovers that no matter how much damage her body takes, she cannot die. And it is revealed that Helen has also taken this potion, and macabre slapstick ensues as Ernest tries to repair their busted bodies. There's all sorts of wacky shenanigans.
Many wacky shenanigans.
So many shenanigans. Something that made a lot of sense when I was researching this movie is that this was kind of intended to be like a Tales from the Crypt story. Which makes a lot of sense because it's a story with like very simple stakes that like focuses a lot on kind of like ooky spooky moments, which I feel
it's also just like a rising stakes and like how bad can it get?
Yes, just constantly escalating.
the very first, like the stairs, the very first incident, like we're already at a 10, and
yes, and
so
it just keeps cranking up.
Nowhere to go, but like just further crazy stakes from there. So it's very 0 to 100 for sure. I feel like once like the first part of the movie is kind of slow, and then once you hit that stair fall, it's all like foot to the gas to the, what do you call it, pedal to the floor.
Pedal to the floor, foot on the gas,
something,
pedals to the metal. I think it is interesting because, like, I guess I get why they spoiled it in all of their trailers and stuff, because it is hard to, like, get across the premise without spoiling what's going to happen because, like you said, like, the start is quite slow, especially if you are not aware that we're, like, creeping toward this, like, body horror comedy kind of place.
It would also, though, like... spoilers coming for Sinners if you still haven't watched it. Skip like 10 seconds ahead.
Yes.
But it's kind of the thing where, like, if I hadn't known Sinners was a vampire movie, I would have really, I think, enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, but I would have been like blown away.
Yes.
This movie, if someone had gone in blind not knowing, it would be a really wild turn, and like in a really fun way, I think.
I totally
Unless
agree.
You don't like that. Then maybe not. For me, it would be a really fun turn.
Yes. Unfortunately, a lot of the critics did not like that.
Yeah, they said even though I was prepared, I was
prepared, but I didn't like it. A lot of the critical response was like criticizing the fact that like the leads are not likable, which I'm like, whatever.
Here's the point, right?
You guys. Exactly. And also, I did see a few where they were like, oh, the women in this movie are awful and poor Ernest is emasculated, which, like, fuck this dude, honestly. That was, like, my biggest... I actually, like, I mean, forecast of things to come. The thing that I liked the least about this movie as a child was I felt like it was too much of a happy ending for Ernest. I was like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's the one who cheated and left her and... is a dumbass, so whatever. Like,
yeah, I mean, they all suck, and that's kind of the point. Like,
exactly.
I
have no complaints about him sucking, but I'm like, how did you watch
But
this
no,
movie and not be like, this guy also sucks?
No, yeah, he also deserves to be having a terrible time.
But that, I don't know if you know Midge, even the ending that Ernest gets in this film, is he had a happier ending in the original cut.
I do know this.
You do know this. Fun fact, in the original cut, Ernest falls in love with a bartender played by Tracy Ullman, and the movie ends with her helping him fake his death so they can run away together. This is entirely cut from the film. This was actually the reason that I watched the original trailer, because there are several scenes in the trailer that did not end up in the film. You see her briefly, and then there's also a part where Ernest had Madeline in a freezer and is dragging her out, and she says something like it seems like a fairly immediately post death, you see him pulling her out of a freezer, and then she's like, oh, something sweating, and he's like, you're not sweating, you're defrosting.
Oh my god.
So there was even more wacky adventures in this. So it sounded like test audiences were pretty mixed about this film as well, and there were a lot of editing changes. There were also, I think Robert Zemeckis said that there were 4 or 5 speaking roles that were entirely excised from the film. There was also Madeline's agent had a scene that got cut out, so they really edited this guy down.
Which is saying something, because it's still kind of a heft of a film.
It is. That's why I was like, I feel like when you watch it, you're like, this is kind of meandering.
Yeah.
Now to learn, it's like, oh, it was even more meandering.
Actually, I'm wondering how long. Yeah, it's an almost 2-hour movie. I mean, for this kind of comedy, and 92,
for sure,
that's
yeah.
a pretty long. It's not. Most of these were a clean 80 minutes. I
Yes,
feel like
right.
at the
It's
time.
you get 80 to 90 minutes and you're out.
Yeah, it's a buy-in. For sure.
But yes, as I said, the critical response was not great, but Death Becomes Her is an Oscar-winning film for its special effects. So this was a hugely pioneering film for digital effects, which I think it does not get enough flowers, because everyone talks about Jurassic Park as the birth of really legitimate looking digital effects, and this came out a whole year before, so
Yeah.
give them their flowers. And I would say, I think for the most part the effects really hold up in this movie.
I think so. I only saw this in 2019 and was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, yeah.
This is well done. Yeah.
It is, yeah. They look really good. It is. So I read some of Meryl Streep's interviews at the time complaining about the special effects. And she said that filming a movie with all these special effects was like being at the dentist, and that she hated it, and that it was so many constraints on what you could do or where you could move, and talking specifically about trying to hit someone with something and being oh, well, you're 3 inches off, so that's going to ruin the shot, which is just such a contrast, I feel to today, where so many actors are expected to do so much work with purely green screen and nonsense.
Tennis balls on sticks.
Exactly. Yeah. And Meryl at the time was just I ain't doing this shit. I'm Meryl Streep and I'm not gonna do it. But I feel even today, actors of a pretty high caliber are willing to kind of, I don't know if it's swallowing their pride or it's just, so much of an industry standard now that you're well, I'm just gonna sit here and try and act with this tennis ball.
Yeah, that's and I get I don't know. In some ways, I'm it's incredibly challenging when you're not acting off of, reality. But
yeah, for sure.
Also, you're an actor, and that's your job.
Yeah. But fair, and I mean, I don't think she has not been in any other movie that would have a lot of she doesn't pop up in any of the Marvel or any nonsense, so I think she's held firm on her guns of being I do not care to do this, which is totally fair. So as we have briefly mentioned, coming back around, anything that is written in our modern age about Death Becomes Her is about how much the gays love it. So I did read The Gloriously Queer Afterlife of Death Becomes Her from Vanity Fair, as well as The Queer Immortality of Death Becomes Her for Paper Magazine. Like all of the best cult films, this film has been kept alive by the queers. You're welcome. It was, the Vanity Fair article, like, kind of started off with some, like, ooh, I wonder, why would gays like this? And I'm like,
did you watch the movie?
I'm like, because it slays, clearly. I'm like, it has beautiful women being mean to each other, which gays of all stripes love. Like, we all love that. It's quippy, like we said, one-liners. It's also very dark. Like, I think that this is kind of like a quintessential, like, queer cult film.
It's also, like, aggressively sapphic in the sense that, like, do these women want to be each other or be with each other? Like, kind of seems like they want to wear each other's skin, but maybe in a they're in love way. Because also, like, they have, like, the least interesting man on the planet.
Exactly.
Like, that they're fighting. Or it's like the man that you pick when you don't actually like men.
Right. It's like, oh, this guy?
Oh, that guy is who these two hot women are fighting over him?
Right. And
okay.
I'm kind of like, okay, so it's like, even if you go back to, like, why the gays have always loved, you know, Celebrity Feuds, Joan Crawford. Like, imagine if there was a movie of Joan Crawford hitting people with shovels, like, and you think the gays wouldn't want to get in on that? Like, obviously.
Yeah.
And there's also, like, you even see within the movie, like, at the like, ball that see, now I'm gonna get Liesel in the movie is having. And, like, you see Elvis, obviously, but, like, there's also, like, Marilyn and Andy Warhol and James Dean, and it's, I don't know, it felt very much like a kind of, you know, Who's Who throwback, that sort of vibe that, you know, we're all into. We love an old Hollywood moment. And I will say, the Paper Magazine article took kind of an interesting stance about the idea of, like, the immortality in this film as a form of queerness and, like, kind of, like, separating from traditional progression of life and, like, how queer people sometimes, like, don't go through the same, like, life stages at the same time as kind of the heteronormative culture would expect.
And how they don't age because they don't have children.
Right?
No shade to all of our children havers.
But truly, yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting. And, like, obviously the movie is also a commentary on Hollywood and, like, this kind of obsession of youth and never aging, which I would say has only gotten worse since this film was made. I mean, we see frickin' Blood Guy and all of these people doing whatever they can to hold on to their youth and beauty, even at the detriment of their physical form and relationships. And what's more Death Becomes Her than that?
Yeah. Listen. Every time I'm watching The Traitors right now, every time I see Lisa Rinna's face, I'm like, wow, was that better?
Is it better?
Than aging?
Yeah. I
Love
can't
you,
imagine
Lisa. You're
it.
great.
Yes, but yeah, no, truly. And most importantly, I think, Death Becomes Her, the immortal content, has returned in the form of a musical.
A musical with Megan Hilty.
Yes.
Who is tied to one of my early queer awakenings.
Very fair.
About two other women who hate each other.
I definitely have Megan Hilty ! In my notes in this section. Because the show was, it was announced in 2017 that this was being put together, and Kristen Chenoweth was actually originally attached to this show. But eventually it came to Chicago in the stage of spring of 2024 for out-of-town tryout before moving to Broadway in the fall. And, like, I remember hearing that it was, like, doing this preview in Chicago, and I was kind of like, I love Death Becomes Her, but no one here will be surprised that as a noted
Right.
hater of reboots, I am also a hater of making any random movie into a musical. But I am kicking myself now because this musical rules, actually.
It does. It does
It's
rule.
so good. It's so good. Like Midge said, we've got Megan Hilty, got Jennifer Simon, and Michelle Williams, who I literally I would this is so dumb. So you know how there's Michelle Williams, the actress, and also well the white actress, and because this Michelle Williams is also an actress, and then also this Michelle Williams. And I honestly, when I saw just her name on the cast on like the you know, I'm
Like
holding
the-
my
yeah.
hand and like thumbing it, like I'm on my phone playing a song, and in the notes it says who sings on that song, and I literally was like, oh, how crazy that there's a third Michelle Williams, because surely this could not be the same Michelle Williams
Of Michelle Williams fame.
of Michelle Williams fame, because like what? And even when I saw like original like far away pictures, I was like, that lady's way too young to be Michelle Williams, which is
She's aged
very
in
appropriate
reverse.
for this film.
Yeah. Yeah, she looks fantastic.
She looks so good.
She also was done dirty by Destiny's Child for a long time.
Yes.
So that's,
Yes,
you know,
100%.
the styling was doing Michelle no favors. But
No,
she,
it was
she
not.
looks fantastic.
No, yeah, she looks so good. It's so good. And like the musical very, very much embraces the queer enthusiasm for the show. There's a whole song about it. And I love that you brought up the Sapphic-ness, because I feel like the musical very like embraces even more like the fact that this is a Sapphic story. Like these women
Well,
are
and even, like,
obsessed with each other.
Even the like what do you call it? The promotion of it. They redid like the movie poster, but Ernest isn't in it.
Yes.
Like, it's just the women. It's very focused on just them, and that feels correct.
It does. It does feel correct. But yeah, this musical has gotten plenty of the award buzz that the original film did not. They got nominated for a bunch of Tonys and etc.
The costume design's also freaking crazy, by the way.
Yeah, because they won for costume design.
They surely did, and they deserved every inch of that
yes.
award. Yeah.
It's stunning. Like, the whole show is gorgeous. Like, the production design is also really cool. Like,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
it's just very well done. And I was so the soundtrack is available to stream wherever you listen to things. You might end up watching some things somewhere, and I was super impressed with how the staging and like stage trickery mimics like these notable digital effects.
Yeah,
Like
the whole situation, like the blowing a hole
yes.
through her, the way they are able to achieve that stage effect is crazy.
It is, and like especially knowing that like the film was like such a step forward of like digital effect, to be able to like mimic some of those in a live theater setting is so impressive and just very cool. I feel like
It's honestly been kind of crazy. Like, I think if you don't, like, not you, Penny, listeners, if you don't
Yes.
know this, I'm sure you do, but if you don't, you're going to be completely unsurprised that my degree is in theater. I'm a huge theater kid, theater nerd, and I kind of took a step away for a long time, and I've been like kind of back on my theater kid bullshit the last couple years. And honestly, what did it was going to see Beetlejuice. I hadn't been to a musical in years, and I was like, oh my god, the advancements.
yes,
The
oh my
crap we
gosh.
are doing on stages now is absolutely, and it was already insane. Like, Broadway has always been innovation and, you know, amazing, but yeah, the things they can do now in front of your very face is wild.
Right, and like with I assume your showing of Beetlejuice, the fact that they can do this like on a tour, like
I know.
obviously there was always super elaborate stuff, especially like on Broadway itself,
Right.
but like a touring production being able to do some of the effects that they can today is
Exactly.
so cool.
Yeah,
And
'cause let me tell you, not all roadhouses are built alike. And yeah, the fact that they can translate some of these things. So I don't know, let's say the Kansas City Music Hall, which is not the best, is really, I was like, wow, that's freaking nuts.
Truly. And yes, so Death Becomes Her, the musical, is coming to national tour this fall. So
I'm so excited.
They've only announced, I think, like 3 or 4 dates so far, but more to come. So I'm hoping that somewhere near me will have this so I can go see it. I kick myself for not trying to get in there when it was previewing in Chicago, but hopefully we'll get in on some of this action. But yeah.
I hope our KC Broadway series gets it.
Yeah, usually, so Milwaukee usually gets things like on the second run, so but Chicago will probably get it, so I'll probably have to get my
opinion. I'm close to Chicago.
For all the good it does me, because I'm like, I'm not gonna go see this Death Becomes Her preview.
I'm not gonna go to Chicago. What, you want me to go to Chicago?
I will say it is crazy. I did like trying to the traffic trying to get in there. Sometimes you're like, what am I even doing? I did have friends go into Phantom in Chicago this past weekend, and they like missed the first part of it because the traffic was so bad.
Oh my gosh!
I know, the horror. There was a storm and stuff, so extenuating circumstances, but tragic. But yeah, that's why I always, anytime I'm like going to a show in Chicago, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get here for like lunchtime, and then just hang around until I can get to this.
Oh, I have such great news for me. The stops that they have already announced include St. Louis. Devin and Andrew, I know you're listening. I'm coming to your house.
When is it coming to St. Louis?
It doesn't say on this. This is just a Broadway or a Playbill article that just says the stops they've announced are San Francisco, Los Angeles, Denver, St. Louis, Charlotte, and more to be announced. So
maybe I should come see it in St. Louis.
I was going to say, I'll send you some deets. I'll look it up.
Let's see. But yeah, that was all I had for this. I just wanted to talk about this cool movie. I've been listening to the soundtrack like nonstop since like the end of last year, and it literally just occurred to me this week. I was like, oh, I could do a podcast about that.
Oh, yeah, not this next episode that is mine, but the one after that. I literally had that of like, why would I have never done an episode about this?
Right.
And that's, you know what, that's good though. That means we still have things to talk about after all these years.
It's so true. It's so true. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, listeners, to talk about these lovely dead ladies. Let us know if you are a Death Becomes Her fan, the movie, the musical, both. What are your thoughts? Let us know. And if you want to join the conversation most directly, you can do that on our Discord channel, where we chit-chat about episode topics and also just anything. We're helping name people's cats in there, all the good stuff, you need to do with Ghoul Friends. So there's a link for that in the episode description as well as on our Instagram. And
can I share my favorite thing I saw on Discord
Please.
This week? So we have an introduction channel where you can tell us who you are when you join. And I saw somebody was a underwater archaeologist.
So cool.
So that got me thinking, do we need to start vetting the listenership for people to come talk about cool shit? We need to start having listener guests, because I was like, what do you mean you're an underwater? That's so cool.
That is super cool. I'm so intrigued. Our listeners do so much interesting stuff.
I know, so many cool people. Come talk to the cool people. They're all on our Discord.
Yes, we had lots of good conversations about abandoned places and urban exploration after the last episode. So if you're into that, come and tell us your stories.
I'm really bad about talking in there, but I am lurking. I promise you all, I'm lurking and reading. I'm just bad about responding.
She's around. So if you are enjoying this show, we would love it so much if you would leave a review and tell people that you enjoy the show. You can do so on any number of platforms, but I do believe Midge has an Apple review to read today.
I do, and this is from Creative Curls and Art, who that is also this person's Instagram, because this has been a long time Instagram follower, so I'm excited to see you. Yay. Titled, Hey Ghoul, Hey,
Hi.
5 stars. I have been a Midge Munster fan for years. There you have it.
There you go.
Confirmed. For all her iconic content on and YouTube channel. I had never been a podcast girly, but the combo of Penny and Midge have me hooked. It's like sitting by my besties discussing nefarious topics with passion and gusto whilst going down a trivia rabbit hole. The topics are always interesting, well-read, and a pleasure to listen to the banter between these two lovely folks. Thank you both for holding space for us weirdos who celebrate the strange and unusual. 10 bats across the board to you two.
Thank you. I love my bats.
Now we both have 5 bats. That's so exciting.
Oh, what am I going to do with all these bats? All right. And if you would like to follow along with the pod, you can find us on Instagram at Ghouls Night In Pod. And if you are looking for me, you can find me at Penny Snark.
And you can find me all over the web at Midge Munster.
And until next time, good.